ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थे सुभिज्यन्स्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहैतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 25, verse number 24. So we read that Krishna, he lifted Govardhan hill to protect the Brajvasis for 7 days, and the rain, hailstorm, wind, all this could not do any harm to them. So this was very surprising for Indra, because he was hoping that by now the whole Braja will be destroyed. Instead, he got destroyed himself in the process, or his pride. So that's what is being described here now. Krishna yoganubhav bhavam tam nishamendroti vismitaha nistambho bhrashta sankalpa swanvegham sanyavarayat. So when he saw the prowess of Sri Krishna, then he was very surprised, ati vismita, and therefore he became nistambha, means he got stunned, and his sankalpa, his wish, was also destroyed. So then he called the clouds back, which he has sent, thinking that they will go and destroy. So nistambho nashtamada. So his pride was demolished. And this is what Krishna wanted to do, because he said that he is a devotee, and for devotee pride is not good. So therefore he cured it, as he said, that chikitsitam. So he thinks that this pride is some kind of disease. So then he called the clouds back. So Navaryatiti na jane adya Krishno mahiyam kam dandam dashyati iti ati bhayat. So why he called the cloud back? He says now he became scared because he understood his prabhava, his anubhava. He says Krishna yoga anubhavam. He understood the power of his yoga shakti or his antaranga shakti, and he thought that now he will be punished by him. So he was scared. So kham vyabhram uditadityam vatvarsham cha darunam nishamyo pratam gopan govardhanadhro bravit. So all this time there was so much cloud that there was no sun visible. That's why in the commentary he explained how did they know that 7 days have passed when actually there no sun was coming out. It was dark all the time. So he said they kept time because of the calculation. So now he says that sky became free from the clouds. Kham vyabhram and udita adityam, the sun arose, and vatvarsam cha darunam, nisamya, and the rain and the wind, the heavy wind which was blowing, all that came to an end. So seeing all that, upratam nisamya, seeing this, then Govardhan-dhara, Krishna, who is now got a new name, Govardhan-dhara or Giridhara. So he spoke to the cowherd people as follows. Niryata tyajta trasham gopa sastri dhanarbhakaha uparatam vatavarsham vidprayascha nimnaga. He said that, O Gopas, O cowherd people, please come out of this place, Niryata, and give up any fear, because they may have fear, we go out again, the rain will come. So he says, no, there is no, it has come to an end. Vatavarsam uparvatam, it has come to an end. Both the wind as well as the rain. So with your wife, children, your wealth, cows, etc., can go out. And vyud prayascha nimnaga. So the rivers, they also have become normal. Otherwise they were also overflowing with so much rainwater. So everything is normal now. So vyud praya vigat udak praya alpa jala. There is not too much water in them. So everything is normal. Tataste niryayur gopaha swam swam adaya godhanam shaktodhapakaranam stri balastha sthavirasani bhagavanapitam shalam swasthane purvat prabhu pashyatam sarvabhutanam sthapyamasa lilaya. So then all the cowherd people, they came out and they took their own cows, wealth, whatever was there, and their carts which were loaded with different articles. Ladies, children, old men, slowly they all came out. And then Bhagavan Sri Krishna, he also kept the mountain in its original place. So Shalam Swasthane Purvat sthapyamas. So like before, as he lifted it easily, Līlā, right? So said that he lifted it easily. Now in the same way, he did put it back, and everybody was watching it. Pashyatam sarvabhutanam. So everybody observed how he just put it back without much effort. So sakteshu arudhani upkarnani yatra tadyatha syat tatha. So saktodha upkarnam means all the various articles which were loaded onto the cart. So they came out from that big ditch which was made by lifting the Govardhan. So then when he put it back, then everybody looked at him, that what was this great wonder that happened suddenly. So now they started thinking about it. So tam prema vegat nibhrita vrajaukaso yatha samiyuhu parirambhanadibhi gopyascha sasneham apujayan muda dadhyakshatabhiriju sadashishah. So then all the Brajvasis whose hearts were full of love, prema vega nibhrita. So as soon as Krishna has kept the mountain, so they came running to him, Samiyu, and then they embraced him. So as per their relationship, those who were his friends, they embraced; those who were elders, they gave him blessings; those who were younger, they gave him respect. So in this way, with great affection, they worshipped him. So that is the meaning of worshipping. So Gopyascha, and the gopis, they also. So they put dadhi akshatadi bhiryayujumada. So yogurt and unbroken rice, which are considered as auspicious. So they threw at him, put tilak, the mark of auspiciousness and also worship. So in this way everybody expressed their affection towards him according to their different relations. Nibhrita Purna. So they were full of affection for him. Prema Vega, Vegat Nibhrita. Everybody was having so much love for him. So Yatha Yatha Uchitam. So the word Yatha means as was appropriate for everyone. So according to their relation with him. Guru Sama Laghu Varga Bhedai. So there are three types of people. Some were senior to him, some were equal to him, and some were junior to him. So correspondingly they met him. So parirambhanadibhi. So those who are equal, they embraced; others gave respect. Those who are junior, those who are senior, gave ashirvad. Sameyuhu militvantar. They met him. Adi Shabdat Shubhashirvad Mastaghrana Chumbana Vambahu Sammardan Tadunguli Spotana Stavana Shrama Dukkha Bhava Prashnadeo Guru Vargasya. So the word Adi, Parirambhana Adi, says Adi means that those who were senior to him, they gave him blessings, they smelled his head or kissed him. Some of them were trying to massage his left hand because it was up for 7 days. So, and they are also trying to crack his fingers so that they don't become numb. Tandanguli Spotana, Stavana, also praising him. And Shrama Dukkha Bhava Prashnadeo, and asking him questions that are you alright, are you tired, how do you feel now. So all this type of questions they asked. And then Hasya Parihasadaya Samvargasya. Those who were equal to him, they were joking with him. He says, well, really don't think that only you lifted it, we also helped. So don't feel so proud, don't forget us. So these different types of jokes they are making. Then Padapatana Pada Sambardhanadeo Laghu Vargasya Jaya. And those who are junior, they fell at his feet or they are massaging his feet, etc. Then he is talking about the gopis. So the gopis here which are mentioned, they are the Vatsala. He says Gopyo Vatsala means the senior gopis who consider him like their own child. So Chakarat Prohit Patniyascha. And Gopyascha cha also refers to the wives of the Brahmanas or Purohitas. Dadyadibhir Mangal Dravyai Apujayan Sammaniyamasa. So they worshipped him with the auspicious objects like yogurt, turmeric powder, rice, etc. Subhashisha Dushtan Damaya Shishtan Palaya Pitarau Anandaya Dhanasvarya Sampanno Bhavatu Ashisho. So they were giving different types of blessings like you may defeat the wicked, you may protect the saintly, give pleasure to your parents, and you may be wealthy, rich. So like that. So if you go to Indian villages and you give respect to especially elderly ladies, and this is still done like that. They'll bless you in their, of course in Hindi, not in Sanskrit, but this is customary still in the villages. Especially the elderly ladies. The younger ladies go and give respect to them, or younger children, and they bless them. So that is old custom. You can see it here. So yuju yojyamasu. So this way they gave the blessings. So now he specifically talks about Yashoda and Rohini and Nanda. This was in general. Now he says Yashoda, Rohini, Nando, Ramascha Balinam Varaha, Krishna Malinga Yuju Ashisha Sneha Katara. So Yashoda, Rohini Mata, Nanda Maharaj, Balram, who is the best of the strong, they embraced Krishna and they blessed him because they are all senior to him, and they were full of affection for him, impatient with affection. Means they were waiting because so many Brajvasis, everybody is coming to him, so they were waiting when the crowd thins away, then they can come and express. That is the Sneha Katar. So Nija Matradinam Tvati Vishesham Ahe Yashoda iti. So the special affection of Krishna's mother is being described here. Ramaschaiti tasyapi vatsallevad varge nirdesho jeshtatvad eva nanuppanna. So Balram is also mentioned here because he is senior, and therefore as a senior he also has some vatsalya bhav. So Balram has vatsalya bhav, also sakhya bhav, and also dasya bhav. So here it is, because he is clubbed with other who are senior, so this is his vatsalya bhav. Nanu param snehavata tena sheshakhya swanshena prithvimapi dadata swanujasya govardhan dharane katham mahatmyam na charitam. So one question can be raised here. Especially in the sloka it is says that Balaram is called here as Balinam Vara. He is the best of those who are strong. Means his name itself is Balaram, means powerful. Ram, Bala means power. So he says that his one expansion of Balaram is Shesha, who lifts the Bhumandala Artha on his head like a mustard seed, as it is described. Means he doesn't feel any burden. So if that is the case, why he did not lift Govardhan himself instead of troubling Krishna? Should have done it. So this is the question being asked. Govardhan dharani katham mahatmam nacharit. So Uchyate, it is answered. He says, Indra makh bhanga Govardhan makh pravartanayor maya eva kritatvat. Soyam mevrata ahita iti tadiya sankalpasya tadam sena ramena anyatha kartum. So he gives a reply to that. You heard the question raised that why is that Balaram did not lift Govardhan, since he is so powerful that he is lifting the whole Bhumandala, the earth. Earth here does not mean this earth, basically it means the whole system. So he says that it is Krishna who actually argued with Nanda Maharaj to stop the Indra Yaga. Okay, so he says Indra Makh Bhanga, and it is he who wanted that Govardhan should be worshipped. So therefore, it was he who lifted Govardhan, because he said he has taken the vrata to protect people, his devotees. He said it, Soyam me vrata ahita. So iti tadiya sankalpasya tadam sena ramena anyatha kartum anochityat. So it would not be proper for Balaram to lift it, because then Krishna's sankalpa, his resolve, his wish will not be fulfilled. It's like in Mahabharata there is this story that when Draupadi was insulted in the assembly of the Kauravas and nobody protected her, and Pandavas, they were unable to protect because they had already lost themselves to Duryodhana. So they were already like his dasas, servants. But they could talk. So at that time Bhima, he took a vow that he will kill all the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra, because he was so angry. I mean, you can imagine somebody who is so powerful, capable of taking action, but he could not take action because he was bound by dharma. He actually told Yudhishthira Maharaj that if you just leave this assembly for a short time, I'm not asking you to say something to me or not, you just leave this place and I will make sure that nobody goes alive from here. He was so angry. But Yudhishthira Maharaj did not do that. So then he said, this Dushashan, I will open his chest and drink his warm blood. And it is with his blood that I will wash the hair of Draupadi, which he has touched. Because Draupadi was empress, she was queen, and no one has the right even to touch her hair. And this Dushashan, I will break his thigh. So when Kurukshetra war was going on, and many times obviously some of Duryodhana's brother, or they will come in front of Arjuna So he will not kill them. Because he says, no, they have to be killed by Bhima. So they were all killed by Bhima one by one. All 100 of them. That's why Gandhari wanted to crush Bhima after the war was over. And then they were still living with them. So Gandhari said, I want to embrace Bhima. So Krishna knew this. So he says, he has killed all these rascal sons, I want to embrace him. So Krishna knew that.
Babaji, it was Dhritarashtra.
It was Dhritarashtra or Gandhari?
No, Dhritarashtra.
Okay, Dhritarashtra.
Dhritarashtra.
So he wanted to embrace him, and Krishna knew that if he embraces, then he is going to crush him, because Dhritarashtra was supposed to have power of 10,000 elephants. So Krishna made a murti of Bhima and told Dhritarashtra, because Dhritarashtra is blind, he says, here is Bhima. And because Bhima is very strong, so he will look like stone, So he said, he looks very hard. He says, yeah, because he is very powerful. So he crushed him to pieces. So therefore he says here that he did not do that, because it will be improper for him, because then Krishna would not be able to fill his word. And then he says, he goes one more step. He says, ashakyatvache. He says, moreover, Balaram is incapable of it if Krishna does not want. Why is that? Because nobody is independent of Krishna. Even the strength which Balaram has, that is coming from him only. So, Ekela Ishwar Krishna, Arsa Bhritya, Yare Yache Nachaye. Right? So, Sahite Che Kare Nritya. So, everybody is just a dancer in the hand of Krishna, including Balaram. So, he says, Tasyeva Sarvashaktimatvat. So, it is Krishna who is Sarvashaktiman. This is the meaning of Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Although when it comes to Ras Shastra, we speak all different types of statements. That is from Rasa point of view. And then Radharani is superior to Krishna, and without Radha there is no Krishna. All this is all Rasa point of view. But when it comes from Tattva point of view, we should know this difference, that it is only Krishna who is the ultimate Tattva, nobody else. Nobody is independent. Whoever, whether it's Balram or Radharani. So this is not known to people, especially these days, because there is so much of propagation of Radha these days, that Krishna is, sometimes people think as if he is just nobody. Then we don't even know why you worship even Radha. Because if Krishna is nobody, what are you trying to do? So that's point being made here. He says, Tasyeva Sarvashaktimatvat. So it is only he. Tattva is only one. This is the Bhāgavatam principle. And he is Sarvashaktiman. And tadicheva tadamseshu yathopiyogi tadiya shakti udayatcha. So it is only by his wish that his expansions, his parts have power, whatever is required, that much only. Otherwise not. So Parshuram, he killed Kshatriyas left and right. But then when he met Ramchandra and Lakshmana, he could not do anything to them. Because when Ramchandra broke the Dhanush, the bow of Shiva, from Janak, in the Janak kingdom, and then Parshuram came, he was very furious. Because it is Parshuram who has given it to Janak. So he was so angry and he started insulting Rama. Then Lakshman came in between and he says, just keep quiet. We know who you are, but don't cross your limit. So Parsuram was very upset, but he could not do anything. Because Parsuram has power only because of Ram, not independently. So that's what he is saying, that tadichya eva tadamseshu yathaupyogi tadiya shakti udyacha. So the shakti manifests in them by his will, by his wish. Iti agrim granthe api yathasthanam siddhante ishyate. So he says that this will also be shown later on when proper places.
So Babaji, this is the real meaning of the Vibhuti Yoga then basically in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita.
What?
That he said that Tetyanam Pralado Asmi and Pandavanam Dhananjaya, this is all is Shaktis basically in those different people.
Yeah, but there he's in a different way. Of course his Shakti is there. Shakti is in everything. But there he is speaking more from how to think of him. Because that was the question asked by Arjuna. Keshu keshu cha bhavesu chintyosi bhagavan maya. So how to remember him. So now he brings one interesting point. He says, Yatra prachina Sri Govardhana dhara pratikritau क्वचित् दृश्यते मातृभ्याम नवनीतादि समर्पणम पित्रा भ्राता च शीर्षा गोवर्धन अवस्टंभनादिकम इति. So he says there are some old sculptures like this. Where they are, I don't know, but must be. He says that it is Balram and Nanda Maharaj who are lifting Govardhan on their head, and Yashoda is giving butter to Krishna and he is eating it. So why he is saying is, he is saying because in the sloka here the word sneha katara is used. Means katar means like some kind of, katara is also used in the sense of humility, but here it is used more in the sense of impatience or like trying to do something or unable to do something like that. So if he is somehow commenting on that word. So he says this is also stated in Vaishnav Toshni, since he quotes it from there. Iti Vaishnav Toshni. So maybe in some Purana or somewhere it is described in this manner. That because there is also mention of Krishna's friends helping him, etc. If you see the Krishna-līlā here in Vrindavan, they do this Krishna-līlā. They stage in Vrindavan so many parties, especially in the month of Shravan, rainy season. So in Govardhan Leela they always show that all the cowherd people, they also come with their sticks. They are lifting and they are joking with Krishna when he is lifting. So Divi Devagana Siddha Sadhya Gandharva Charanaha Tushtuvur Mumuchu Stushta Pushpa Varshani Parthiva. So Devatas, they are always waiting for this opportunity to shower flowers. This is their seva. So at that time they also came, the Devagana, the Devatas came in the sky, the Siddhas, the Sadhyas, the Gandharvas, Charnas. So they are good at singing, dancing and throwing flowers. So they were very happy and they praised Krishna Tushtuvu and they also showered flowers. Okay. So Vrajaukso yatha jaharshu tatha devapi tyaha deviti. So just as the Vrajvasis were happy, the Devatas were also happy. Although their king Indra, his pride was crushed, so that means they are also having some envy towards him. Right? When somebody is king and he has his assistants, underneath, undercurrent, some envy is there, right? If somebody is the prime minister, then his people only create trouble to the man, because everybody wants that. You see this in politics all the time. So not that Indra is the boss, so everybody respects him because he is the boss, but inside they think, this is good. Finally, he found his match. He is very proud. If Indra sees this, he will be upset. He will make a note of it. Right? But Indra was probably sulking somewhere in the corner. Consulting Brihaspati, what to do now? Right? He has to find a solution because the problem come. So Shankha Dundubhayo Nedur Divi Deva Prachoditaha Jagur Gandharva Patiyas Tumburu Pramukha Nripa. So there were conch shells and dundubhis played in the sky, played by the devas, and Jagur Gandharva Pataya. So Gandharvapatu they sang, and among them Tumburu was the chief. So Tumburu is also seen sometimes with Narada Rishi. Narada Rishi is also counted as Gandharva because previously he was also Gandharva. That's why he's so good. Gandharvas are very good at singing. So now the final sloka. Tato anuraktai pasupai parishrito rajan swagostham sabalo brajadhari tatha vidhanyasya kritani gopika na gayante yurmudita hridisprasha. So he says, O king, O Rajan, in this way, being loved, being showered with affection by cowherd people, Krishna along with Balram, Sabalo Avrajadhari. So he entered into the Goshtha. And at that time, the Gopikas, they were singing his various activities. Tatha vidhani anyasya kritani tatha vidhani asya kritani gopika gayante. So they were singing his various activities which he has performed, such type of activities which are very amazing. And Hridisprasha, which was very touching to the heart, means full of love. And Mudita, they were very blissful while singing this. So tat prayashinam tu sarva jana lakshitam durutah katakshaireva milnam vrittam. So he says that there the meeting was described of the senior people, equal, junior and elderly gopis, but there is no mention of the young gopis. So he says that the young gopis who were beloveds of Krishna, so they did not come close to him because of the social custom. So therefore they saw him only from the far. Sarvajana lakshitam durta katakshay, not being seen by others. So katakshay reva milnam vrittam. So their meeting with Krishna was only through the eyes. So they just looked at him and Krishna also looked. So griha gaman samaye saprema ganancha. But when they are returning, then they started singing. So this is a custom here also still, that when ladies do anything, few ladies, they always sing. Previously, if they were going even to get water together, they will sing. So they were singing. Tato Govardhan Sthanat. So they are going from Govardhan to their cowshed. Kirtani Charitrani. So various activities of Krishna. Gayante iti tatakshana eva geet karne samarthyam. So they were singing. So why to sing you have to have a song? So he says that these gopis, they also have poetic abilities. So they could compose poetry extempore. So they immediately. So among the ladies also, village ladies, they make songs like that. So they made and they are singing that. So it is not something which somebody else has written and they have memorized it. They are composing it themselves. Hridi premna sprishanti iti taiti. So this gopikas are called here as Hridi sprisha, means they are touching the heart with their love. Ya Krishna sada dhyayanti ityartha. Because they are always meditating, thinking of Krishna. Yadva hridi vakshashi manasi cha sprishati iti hridi sprik preshtha tasya iti krishnasya visheshna. Or the word hridi sprisha can also be an adjective to Krishna. So hridi means heart, which also means chest, means which touches or embraces basically. That is hridi sprik, means the lover. So singing about him. So iti sarartha darshinyam harshinyam bhakta chetsam panchavinshe tridasme sangata sangata satam. So this is the end of commentary of 25th chapter, Govardhan-līlā. And now we have the 26th chapter. So Sri
Babaji Maharaj,
hmm.
I had one small question. That like the beginning of the chapter, it was described that Nand Maharaj was preparing for Govardhan Puja and collecting all samagri, etc. for the yajna. So how was it interpreted that Indra had a pride, in the sense, like supposing you worship someone, say you worshipping Shiva, people are worshipping anyone, that does not, like, I'm not able to understand how it is interpreted Indra had pride because of the verse.
Well, you are only seeing it, but he was thinking that he is the creator or he is the master of everything. That was his pride. Just because Nanda is getting samagri to worship, it has nothing to do with that. You can do that. But what is he thinking? He should know what he is. But if he starts thinking that he is the creator, he is the master, that's what was described earlier. Ishmanina, remember? The word came. When he was ordering the clouds, it was said Ishmanina, thinking that he is God. Okay. Any other question? Otherwise we start this chapter. So Shri Shuka Uvacha, Sukdev said, Evam vidhani karmani gopa krishnasya vikshate atad virya vidha prochu samabhetya suvishmitaha. So now, after they came back to Vraja, something struck them. He says, this boy is, what is he? He looks like one among us, but then he does things which nobody can do. So he is not one among us. So we better figure out who is he. So this is something also in social context it has to be understood, because many times people don't know this, especially at present. Many Western media, this, that, they keep on writing about India without understanding anything. Why these things happen here like this? Because there are reasons for that. So in India, this Varnashram system was very prominent. You can imagine that it is not practiced at all now officially. India is a secular state, it is not a Hindu country or anything like that. But still it has such deep roots that it is now 75 years have gone, India independent, and before that it was ruled by foreigners for a long time, but still it is there. So this community feeling was very strong in India. Means Brahmanas, they have their pride of Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, everybody had their identity. And the communal feeling, they stick together, they take decision together. So if there was any problem, it was not that you run to the police, run to the court, no, they will just do panchayat. And it was a very big deal to be part of the community and very big punishment to be thrown out of the community. This was one of the prominent punishment up to very recent times. Now because things have changed, it doesn't matter, but if you are in the community and you are excommunicated, means now no one will eat with you and no family relationship with you, it's very hard to live. Now people are moving here and there, going to different countries, different states, to the cities, so it doesn't matter. But when we have to live there, your living is with people. So everybody needs everybody's support. So all decisions were made by people only. Only on some big things you go up. Unlike now, so much police and court and lower court and then high court and then Supreme Court and then so many things. So things will be solved by village panchayat. If not, then there are more bigger village panchayat, which now they call as KHAP. So now these KHAP people still take the decision because they don't allow intercaste marriage. And if somebody does, they punish. Sometimes they hang them. So it becomes a big thing. And then it comes in the Western media. This is happening in India. Human rights, this, that. So they cannot understand why they are doing it. They only think of human rights. But what is your definition of human right and what is human right here is different. Why is that your definition of human right has to be applied in India? And why is that the Indian system cannot be applied on you? Can you answer this? Why is that West decides what is human right? And that should be applied in India and not other way around? Why is that we cannot say that you better make your community proper and follow these rules and don't impose your thing on us? So they think that what they think is right. This is the problem. Yeah, your thinking may be right in some context, but not always. And you should also try to understand others' social customs, why they do it, and what is the merit or demerit in that. And then discuss it with them. Simply making law does not solve the problem. So you can make the law, but the community still wants to hold on to their principles. So even before, although there was Manu Smriti, Yagyavalkya Smriti, and Narad Smriti, and Deval Smriti, Sankh Smriti, so many Smriti, but besides that there was also Lokachar, just local customs. And they were also valued. Even if one king attacked another kingdom and conquered, they will not go against the Lokachar there. So here this chapter actually deals with this kind of thinking. Because they are all cowherd people. And they are thinking that this son of Nanda, is he really his son? Because when this was born, no name giving ceremony was done. He never did any ceremony for him. So maybe it is not his son. And we better be careful. We find out, but one thing is that he is very lovely, very beautiful, and we all love him. So one side they all love him, other side they think he is not one among us. How is that he can do this? This is the conflict going on in them. And Nanda Maharaj is becoming scared that these people can actually say that, okay, we don't accept you. He is not your son. So he also doesn't want to be excommunicated. So this is actually the gist of this chapter. Although if you read it, you may not see it like that. But seeing from the social customs, this is how it fits here. So therefore he says, Sri Shuka Vaja, Sri Shukdev says, Evam vidhani karmani gopaha krishnasya vikshate atad virya vidah prochu samabhya petya susvita. So after seeing Krishna's these types of activities, all the cowherd people, not knowing the power of Krishna, because they think he is a cowherd boy, so how he is doing it? Maybe he is not a Vaishya, maybe he is a Kshatriya, maybe he is somebody else. So they all went and spoke in great surprise. So Sadvinsetu Tadashwarya Anashwarya Ekshana Sankinaha Gopan Prabodhyamasa Nando Gargokti Gauravai. So in the 26th chapter there is a description that they see his Ashwarya and also see Anashwarya, means he is also going like a coward boy. He says, because if he has so much Ashwarya, why is he doing all these things then? He is stealing butter, he is going tending the cows when he is so powerful. Who would do that? If somebody could lift Govardhan Hill, then he will be famous in the whole world. They will give him Olympic medal, Guinness Book World Record. He will come on the media, right? He will be paid for it. Appear on our show, we will give you this much money. All kinds of things. Why is he doing this? So they are very doubtful. So they approach Nanda Maharaj, and Nanda Maharaj has to pacify them, being worried that they may not start thinking that he is not my son. So then he tells them what Garga has said. So Gargokti is very important. It keeps coming in between. So Hyakil Govardhan Dharan Samaye Sri Krishna Lavanya Amrita Rasaswad Nimagna Nam Gopa Nam Mansi Kopi Vichara Udbhavitam Avasharana Prapa. When Krishna was lifting the Govardhan hill at that time, because they were so much absorbed in tasting the nectarian beauty of Krishna, that no thought appeared in their mind. This is a type of samadhi. Samadhi means when you don't have any other thought but you are fixed on the object of meditation. Right? That is the sampragyat samadhi. So they were absolutely transfixed at Krishna. That's why no hunger, no thirst. Because if you sit in samadhi, then you don't have any of these needs. There's so many stories of even in modern times yogis sitting 20 days, 21 days without any eating, nothing. So they go in state of samadhi, then body does not require all that. So they are also like that. Tadanantram swasva griham gatanam tesham sarvesham eva hridi sandeha ek udpadyata. But now when they came back to their own houses, then all of them had this one doubt in their mind. Aho samprati shakshat drishtena giridharnena putana vadhadeyopi davanalupsamanadeyopi aseva karmani pratima. He says, now we recollect that not only that he lifted Govardhan, he also killed Putana and other asuras, Aghasura, Bakasura. He also quelled the forest fire. So how is this? Tada tada tu Brahman Ashirvadat Nanda Bhagyatirekat Narayan Prasada Aprapte Prasad Prapte Asmin Balke Narayan Aveshadavate Te Bhuvaniti Vitarka Vrithaye Vikrita. He says, we at that time we thought this is happening because of the blessing of the Brahmanas, because of the good fortune of Nanda Maharaj, or by blessing of Narayana, or because Narayana has entered into him. But he says that this is all not right. This is unbelievable. He says, Vastutastu Saptavarshik Balkasyasya Saptadinavdhi Shailendra Dharnam Khalu Naratvam Nishidhya Parmeshwaratvam Eva Kateti. He says the fact is that this 7-year-old boy lifting Govardhan for 7 days and night, he cannot be a human being. He is Parmeshwara. Cannot be just Brahmanas blessing this, that. He says this is just we were conjecturing. Kincha, but then they are seeing other side. Kincha smakam sansarikanam gramya gopanam etat pitri pitrivya matuladinam lalnai prafullatvam alalnai vaklavyam tatha akshut pipasa dadhipaya shaurya dambha nrit pralapan vatsa gocharanadikam parmeshwaratte sati katham sambhavet. So this is the other side. He says we are just normal people of this material world. We are village people, we are not learned, you are not great. But then he feels very happy when he gets affection from his parents, from his uncles, maternal uncles, etc. And if he does not get, then he becomes agitated. And then he also feels hunger and thirst like everyone else. He even steals yogurt, milk, and he sometimes also tells lies or talks very boastfully. And then he goes tending cows. He says, no Parameshwara is going to do that. So this does not make sense. That on one side, he does things which only makes him Parameshwara. No human being can do that. On the other side, he is just like us. We don't see any difference. He comes, he plays with us, and if we don't play, he is feeling upset. Why you are not playing with me? He gets defeated by children, and then he is carrying them. He fights. He does all these normal things, like any human being. Etattu parmeshwaratvam nishidhya naratvam eva pratipadayati. So this completely denies his being Parameshwara, the Supreme Ishvara, and establishes him as a human being. Ato asya tattvam nishchetum asamartha mahabuddhimantam brajbrajam eva prashtva nisanshaya bhavama. So he says, we want to ascertain this fact once for all, who is he. So let's go to Nanda Maharaj because he is very intelligent. So that we have no more doubt about it. So therefore they all came and had a big panchayat assembly at Nanda Maharaj's place. He says, please come out. Suddenly they all appeared at his gate. So he thought, why another problem has come? We just now solved one problem. Now what? So therefore they all came there and then they started asking him question. Evam. So now from the second sloka onwards they will ask question to him and then how he will reply. So I think we have 2 more classes you can complete in this chapter.
Could you please explain again what was the reply to this old statues that depict the Govardhan-lila in a different way?
Reply means what? You were just mentioning it, there was no reply.
Okay. And I see, so he didn't discuss why it is depicted in this way and in other ways. Okay.